So you think this isolation period is the devil's work? It's not God protecting. What if I told you maybe that is somewhat the truth? Maybe the devil is keeping you away from the lighter version of you. Keeping you away from a future version of you where you have everything, where you know everything and nothing at all. Where things can easily just pop up when you pray for them. No, God is not some genie in a bottle where you can rub it and he give you 3 wishes. Everything you want in that future, that vision that the divine had given you, you have to work for it. You have to sacrifice. You have to willing to put yourself on a cross like Jesus did. And if you think like something outside of you sacrifice all that shit for you to have what you have today that you don't have because you're afraid, because you thought that, God gonna hand you some lemons so you can make lemonade. How did God first got those lemons in the first place? He had to grow them, right? First, he had to picture them what it looked like in their mind, what it was going to taste like, what it was going to smell like, and what it was going to sound like even when you open it. When you start to cut it. There's going to be a moment of time where you feel like this is the devil's work. But really, it's you testing you. It's spirit always against spirit. Nothing outside of you forces you to be who and what you are and what visions you see for yourself and what God has given you. God might give you the formula, but it's up to you to walk through those steps and learn those formula, to activate those formula. Stop looking for other people to find you. Start finding you with you. Discovering you. Stop going around the same people who give you these negative, false reality perception of you. You don't accept that shit. You don't accept that programming of you. And you know for a long time that this world was a little bit crazy. Or is a little bit crazy. Because it's run by crazy people. It's run by people who are mad. The whole world is on some type of pill, if you think about it. It's like the TV show on Peacock, Brave New World, if you haven't seen it. Highly recommend. For a while we was kind of like that. We still are. This society is like that. Drugging people, numbing them, taking them away from them, and taking them away from God. Taking them away from knowing who and what God is. All because they want to keep their matrix the way it's supposed to be running. And what happens when these characters start to realize they're not NPCs? What the government gonna do? They tried everything to reset us. And nothing is working. Because there are a few chosen ones who seek the odds and ends during the matrix when it resets, and we can stop it from resetting us, stop it from losing us, stop from not knowing who and what God is. God isn't somebody who gives you 3 wishes just because your life reality ain't going the way it's supposed to. Hell, my life ain't Gucci. My life ain't green on the other side, but at least I can get up every day and still say some positive affirmation to myself. If I know I don't say no positive shit to myself in the morning, I know there's a third person, a third party, a third ghost within me controlling or trying to control my narrative of what I think of myself. And some of us was born into this type of family, into this type of society, because there are half of societies who are outcasted and don't really have a place in the matrix. And then there are people who are outcasted, can't even fit in with the outcasts. And I'm one of those people. But I'm letting you know now there is a place, and it's called nothingness. It's where you can create and destroy at the same time within your mind and space. And can't nobody fuck with you in your happy place. I get it. Like, this shit is exhausting and it's annoying. And it's like, you're trying to follow the law of attraction, the law of affection, the law of emotion and thoughts, the whole trinity. You're trying to follow your moon, your sun, and your earth. You believe in those things, but you won't really take the time to actually believe in you. You're only believing in you right now because it's a trend. Because everybody's making money off of themselves, profiting off of themselves, selling themselves because of pain, trauma. What about selling happiness? What about selling a happy pill? Nobody really takes the time and say gratitude or being grateful for the few chosen ones that we have that are rising and being better than us, being better than our generation of awakeness, of awareness. Saying things that we could have said years ago to our parents when they was at our age. Shit that we wish we could say to the people who are narcissists, always putting us in a loop, always putting us down, keeping us controlled, don't want to see us prosperous. What's up with that? What's up with people not wanting to see other people have anything? The world was never like that. The world was never really like that. Back in the day, like, we used to be able to go outside. There would be kids playing. We would be able to go up to those kids and introduce ourselves, say, hey, y'all want to play. We used to be able to go to the next door neighbor and say, hey, you got a sugar that I can borrow. This world is pretty much fucked up to the point where our opinions don't really count. And then we start not to count as a society. So society isolates us, put us in a box. Or not really a box, because with a box you get more angles. You get to govern which direction you want to go. With a circle, you got to stay in that bitch and please everybody and get manipulated. But with a square, it's like you could step outside of the box, step outside of yourselves. But something outside of you control you just for that moment of time because something else disrespected you. So now you got something to blame, which you call a devil. You're blaming your shadow self. You're blaming your lower self for being either disrespected or disobedient. And sometimes it's both. Sometimes it takes a little bit of both in order for that person to get the message that you are a chosen one and you're in something that you should not be messing with. You are God's prophet. You are God's prophecy. And you are part of God's vision. We're in somebody else's coma as we speak. We're in somebody else's dream as we speak. You think that the choices we have every day is a divine choice? No, it's a divine order from society or from the matrix. It's a divine order from the secret government. Is a divine order from you, because this is the code that you came with when you arrived. Your family knew they had the power to change your destiny. They had the power to control your destiny. They knew until you got a little bit older and you was able to control your own destiny. you were able to pull yourself away from the isolation period. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes God is protecting you and the devil is isolating you to hurt you at the same time. But hurting you, it comes with a good price. Pain comes with a good price. Pain comes with a good fortune. But don't try to seek pain, more pain than you already gone through. Start with the pain that you was born with, dealt with all your life. Speak your truth. Don't do it because spirituality is trending. Don't do it because being woke is trending. I'm woke right now, and sometimes I'm not even sure if I could process half of the information that's been receiving to me on a daily. And sometimes I wish I could shut it off. Sometimes I wish I could shut off what I know. I do sometimes. I do dim myself to order to reset myself, to order to keep living in this holographic world. And it's hard to be in your mind and also in reality. When I know I'd rather go in a dream world and just dream there forever because, nothing can hurt you. Reality, yes, something can always hurt you, even in your sleep, outside of your sleep, even when you astral project somewhere. Don't think just because you're invisible, but you're invincible. Other things can see you. Other things outside of you, when you tap outside of yourselves, can influence you badly. You gotta protect yourself whenever you choose to go out in society. Start wearing your crystals. Start wearing what crystal associates with your zodiac. Start wearing crystals that associates with your chakras. Start opening them. It's going to take some time, but you'll know when you are opening them. Just pay attention to the little details. Stop zoning out and letting everything pass by you. You miss the most important details by doing that. Slow down. Take a step back. Breathe. Relax. Not everything is greener on the other side for most people. When they come on these platforms to speak positivity to you so that you don't give up you. And I'm not selling you a dream. I'm not even selling you anything. I'm telling you facts about you, what you can do with you, and how to proceed in this world. Like I said in the beginning, stop looking for other people to find you. Start with you finding you.